Hi everyone. What I wanted to show you today is how to create a mood board using Keynote. So here is an example of a mood board on my blog, Rambling Renovators. And this is a mood board I put together for a feminine bedroom. As you can see, it brings a lot of graphical images together to create a style board. So if you're a blogger or if you're just creating your own design projects, a mood board is very useful for seeing how things work together. Here's another example. What I'm going to show you today is how to create this image. You don't need Photoshop or any advanced tool. What I actually use to create this is Keynote. And specifically, I'm going to show you how to remove the background in your images so you get them on a nice white background altogether. Let's hop over to Keynote and I'll show you how. So I'm here in Keynote. First thing I want to do is actually change the size of my document. So I've got, if you click here on the document menu bar on the right hand side, you can change the size of your documents here. I'm going to change it to fit my blog, which is 700 pixels wide. So I can do that easy step right here in Keynote. Now that I've got my slide the right size, what I'm going to do now is pick some images off of various websites. So let's say I'm working on a living room mood board and I like this particular sofa that's on the Pottery Barn website. What I'm going to do is grab the image of the sofa. I'm going to copy that and paste it into Keynote. So what we're going to use to take away the backgrounds, there's a background on this JPEG here, and we're going to use this tool called Instant Alpha. So I've got it in my toolbar. You can also find it under the Format tab, Image, Instant Alpha. So what you're going to do is take your mouse and you can see the crosshairs. That indicates the area that's going to be removed. While you're moving your mouse, that cursor, you're going to click on the area and you can see, still holding it, that click down, as you move your mouse around, the number changes. So it takes away more or less of the picture. The teal area, the aqua area that you see, that's a part that's going to be removed. So I think I've got all of the white background that I want removed. I'm just going to let go and that part disappears. Now there's some areas here, you can see the little gray shadow. I also want that part removed. So I'm just going to move the crosshairs into that area, click, and as I move the mouse around, I can start to see which parts will be taken away. Okay, and there's a little part down here. All right, so now I've got the image as clean as I think I want it, and I can just click done. If you noticed, sort of the size of the image has now been reduced just to the area that's left. Now I can start to layer images in front and behind this sofa. So let's say I want to put some pillows on top of the sofa. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab this pillow here, copy that, paste it back in Keynote, use the Instant Alpha tool to take away that background, and then I can size that pillow. Just want to select just the pillow, not the sofa. So I can just drag that and resize it. Okay. And let me grab another pillow. So I'm going to copy this image, pop it into Keynote, take off the background, and you can see you can get pretty sharp with the Instant Alpha tool. There's little parts there. It's going to create a nice sharp line around the edges of the pillow. And if it doesn't, just go in there with the crosshairs and take those other parts away. So I've got a second pillow here. And let's say I'm actually considering a smaller size pillow. So that's a great thing with this. You can resize images. I could move this one backward. So I go to the Arrange menu. If I want it to be behind the other pillow, I can do that. And so yeah, so you can play around with the different images that you layer on in Keynote. Let me show you another thing. So let's say I want to put a rug behind here. What you want to do when you select images is you want to select the one that shows the most of the product. So this is a real close-up. That's not going to be too good. I want to select the image that shows the product in its entirety. So I'm going to select this image, copy it, paste it in here, Again, use that alpha tool. I'm going to rotate that image and I'm going to send that to the very back because I want that behind the sofa. Okay. And let's say I wanted to put a light in here. So I've got this image from the Rejuvenation website. I'm going to copy it and paste it in here. So this time when you see the alpha tool, you're going to notice it's going to take away the outside, but there's some parts in here that I also want to take away. So I'm just going to click in there and start to drag my mouse until it captures all of the area that I want to take away. Okay, and you can get pretty small. So you can see as I'm dragging my cursor, it'll hit some of the black parts. I want that to stay, so I'm not going to click there, but the white part is what I want to disappear. So I can just click and then drag in there and then hit OK when I'm done. I'm just going to resize that. And now let's say I put some wallpaper behind that. Again, I'm going to click the image that's more appropriate. I'm going to copy that image. And now when I pop it into my mood board, you'll see, and I'll send that all the way to the back. You can see those areas behind the light fixture, they became transparent. So this is a great way to create mood boards, get your color palette right. And I'll just show you, I've put a few slides together, but let's say this is the design you've come up with and you want to change out some of the colors. It's so easy. Just duplicate your slide and then you can take out and add in different elements. So this one is much more blue and a bit more modern. This one is a bit more vintagey. But yeah, have fun with it. Then you can just save these images, export these images as image files, JPEG files, and you can pop them right into your blog. I hope that was helpful.